Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, we should take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. Well, yeah, like I don't care, Daddy, by the way.
Because I'm happy.
Then every day we've got to pray on if we want hope to survive in this world today. Then every day If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to walk on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to walk on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to work on. Hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to work on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to move on. We want hope to survive in this world today, and every day we've got to move on. If we want march on, march on, march on, march on, march on, we've got to march on, march on, march on, march on, march on, march on, and every day we've got to march on, we've got to teach on, teach on, teach on, teach on, and every day we've got to teach on, teach on, teach on, teach on, teach on, teach on, and every day we've got to teach on, teach on, we've got to sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on, and every day we've got to sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on, and sing on, sing on, we've got to sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on, got to sing on, sing on, got to sing on, sing on, got to sing on, sing on, we've got to sing on.
My heart, my heart, my heart.
My heart is a vessel overflowing with love. My heart is a chalice. Come and drink from this cup. My heart is a fountain. You can wash yourself clean. My heart is a river. Come and bathe in the stream. My heart is a vessel overflowing with love. My heart is a chalice. Come and drink from this cup. My heart is a fountain. You can wash yourself clean. My heart is a river. Come and bathe in the stream. My heart is a vessel. Oh, it's overflowing with love. My heart is a chalice. Oh, come and drink from this cup. My heart is a fountain. You can wash yourself clean. My heart is a river. Oh, come and bathe in the stream. My heart is a river. Oh, come and bathe in the stream. My heart is a river. Oh, come and bathe in the stream.
There's a voice that comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. In my hour of darkness, God is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer. Let it be.
They may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me, shining till tomorrow. Let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. That's when spirit comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. You know that little thing it was? Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. And then sometimes you have to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. life that possibly you could let go. Maybe. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This will be your answer. Let it go. Let it be, David. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. Even if a day feels too long, if you feel like you can't wait another one, you've slowly given up on everything, love is gonna find you again. Love is gonna find you, you better be ready then. You've been kneeling in the dark for far too long. You've been waiting for that spark but it hasn't come. Well, I'm calling to you, please get off the floor. A good heart is gonna find you again. A good heart is gonna find you, just be ready then. Tethered to a bird of sorrow, a voice that's buried in the hollow. You've given over to self-deceiving, prostrate, bowed, but not believing. You squandered more than you can borrow. You bet your joys on all tomorrow, for the hope of some returning, while everything around you's burning. Come on, we gotta get out of this mess we made. Still, for all our talk, we're so afraid. Will we leave this up to chance like we do everything? Love is gonna find you again. Love is gonna find you. You gotta be ready then. Tethered to a bird of sorrow, a voice that's buried in the hollow. You've given over to self-deceiving, prostrate, bowed, but not believing. You squandered more than you can borrow. You bet your joys on all tomorrow, for the hope of some returning, when everything around you's burning. But I'm not leaving here. I'm not leaving here. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving you here. I'm not leaving. Hanging on. 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 With the faithful. With the faithful. What will come? Hanging on. With the faithful. With the faithful.
Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day.
Herald what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. Oh, hey, hey, hey. You gotta be bold, you gotta be brave, you gotta be wiser.
You gotta be hot, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool,
You gotta be calm,
you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stay the pace.
the world keeps on spinning, you can love and try to. Best part is danger staring you in the face.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, hey, hey, hey. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be hard, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser.
You got to be wise.
You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You got to be bold, you got to be fair, you got to be wise, you gotta be stronger. Got to be hard, but not too hard. All I know, love will save the day. All I know, love will save the day. All I know, love will save the day.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to virtual worship with the Unitarian Universalist Church of Silver Spring. I am Annabelle Leete, today's worship associate, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. Our summer worship series, You at the Movies, continues. Some of our summer services have been offered to UUCSS as part of a collaboration among our minister, Reverend Kristen Grassel-Schmidt, and many other ministers around the country. Other summer services will be created and led by members of this congregation. You won't want to miss any of them. This morning, we have the pleasure of welcoming UUCSS member Deborah Thornton into our virtual pulpit. Deborah is a longtime member and musician at UUCSS and a transformational life coach who delights in helping people expand their understanding of who they are and what they bring to the world. She will be using the movie Inside Out to explore how honoring the inherent worth and dignity of every human feeling can help us develop emotional resilience and deepen our spiritual practice. Whether this is your first time joining us for virtual worship or if you're a long-timer, I am so glad that you're here. Ji-Won Kim is our welcoming captain and would be glad to answer your questions in the chat. Ji-Won will also be available during virtual coffee hour after the service. If you are watching live, you can log into Google to participate in the chat in real time. This is a really big part of how we connect with one another during these services. Comments are not going to be available for later playback, but during this service they are very public, so please keep that in mind when you're posting. Also, the live chat has some safety features to prevent disruptive comments. Sadly, that means that you won't be able to post special characters or complete web addresses. You can log in to a special Zoom room if you would like to watch the service accompanied by American Sign Language. If you need help finding that link, please ask in the chat or email vstechsupport@uucss.org. That is vstechsupport@uucss.org. In a few minutes, everyone will be invited to light our flaming chalices. So now is a great time to go out and get your chalice, candle, flashlight, phone, whatever, so that you can join us in kindling the flame of community. But first, let's take a moment to say thank you to all those who have made today's service possible. Please join me in the words on your screen as we light our chalices and reaffirm our congregational commitment. May this light warm our hearts with love and caring and guide us in the ways of truth. As we gather here for worship, we pledge ourselves to the endless search for truth, to the right of each to believe as mind, heart, and conscience dictate, to accept the responsibilities this freedom commands, and to implement our belief in the essential worth and dignity of every human being. May it be so. Now let's join together in singing. The words to the song will appear on your screen.
Since what we choose is what we are, and what we love we yet shall be. The goal may ever shine afar, the will to reach it makes us free.
Good morning. Our opening words are the poem The Guest House by the Sufi mystic poet Jalal al-Din Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Come, let us welcome our guests and worship together.
I step into the flow and I let go. I open my mind, my heart and my soul. I step into the flow and I let go. I open my mind, my heart and my soul, and I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I open my mind, my heart and my soul. I open my mind, my heart and my soul. I step into the flow and I let go. I open my mind, my heart and my soul. I step into the flow and I let go. I open my mind, my heart and my soul, and I surrender. I surrender. I soul. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul. I open my mind, my heart, and my soul.
In My Heart, A Book of Feelings by Joy Whittock, illustrated by Christine Rusi.
My heart is full of feelings, big feelings and small feelings, loud feelings and quiet feelings, quick feelings and slow feelings. My heart is like a house with all these feelings living inside. Sometimes my heart feels like a big yellow star, shiny and bright. I smile from ear to ear and twirl around so fast I feel as if I could take off into the sky. This is when my heart is happy. Other times, my heart feels strong. I stand up tall, as if I can touch the clouds. New people and places don't frighten me. I can do it. Watch me go. This is when my heart is brave. When I get really angry, my heart feels as if it's going to explode. Don't come near me. My heart is yelling, hot and loud. This is when my heart is mad. But other times, my heart is cool. I bob along gently like a balloon on a string. My heart feels lazy and slow, as quiet as snowfall. This is when my heart is calm. On harder days, mean words hurt my feelings, and my heart feels hurt too. It's fragile and delicate, but it can be healed with extra kisses. This is when my heart is broken. Some days, my heart feels as heavy as an elephant. There's a dark cloud over my head, and tears fall like rain. This is when my heart is sad. But my heart doesn't stay sad. Like springtime after winter, the sun comes out again. My heart grows tall, like a plant reaching towards the sky. This is when my heart is hopeful. Eek! When I see something scary, my heart beats fast. I feel cold, as if a chilly breeze has crawled up my neck, and I run away as fast as I can. This is when my heart is afraid. When it's time for a bit of fun, my heart feels full of giggles and wiggles. Abracadabra! I hop around like a bouncy bunny. This is when my heart is silly. Sometimes I hide my heart away where no one can see, like my own small treasure. I don't want anyone to look at me. Safe on my swing, I can watch the world from up above. This is when my heart is shy. My heart can feel so many feelings, and yours can too. Today, my heart is proud. How does your heart feel?
I'm honored to share this meditative prayer, The Quiet Inside, by my friend, the Reverend Denise Tracy, who introduced me to Unitarian Universalism in the 1970s. Denise was the 8th woman ordained by the UUA in the second wave of UU feminism. Inside me there is a place, a space where when I am stressed, distressed, angry, ill at ease, or sick with grief, if I close my eyes and picture this quiet place inside myself, if I breathe deeply, allowing the ruach, the spirit of life, to take hold, the small space loosens, relaxes, grows. If I breathe even more deeply, my quietude expands. If I rest in my own silence, letting the hush bloom within me, then the small seed of my own resilience takes root, sends shoots into the dark earth of my being. Next, the shoots of my branches expand until the shape of my resilience is both rooted and rising, within, around, above, and below. All is not lost in despair. From our washed out, bereft places, we are reborn from spiritual darkness into shadows of stars and moonlight. Resilience is born from the quiet within, spreading before us, giving us faith that when we think we can no longer find our living joy, the quiet darkness inside us, the small space within, opens and will give us faith that we are, after all, living our resilience one breath and another breath, then one more breath at a time. Hello, friends. How are you feeling today? Or more precisely, what are you feeling today? Take a moment and notice what emotion or emotions are present for you right now. When I was invited to lead a summer service, I knew I wanted to share my thoughts on emotional resilience and how honoring the inherent worth and dignity of every human feeling can support our well-being, help us connect with others to build a beloved community, and support a heart-based spiritual practice. Emotional resilience is deeply important to me. 6 years ago, I signed up for an advanced coach training program to hone my ability to help clients navigate their emotions. As fate would have it, my marriage imploded a couple of weeks before the program began. What was intended as a logical step in my professional development became a personal lifeline as the world I knew unraveled around me. Fast forward to 2019, when the unfathomable loss of my beloved daughter set me reeling once again. I don't know how I would have survived those tumultuous times without the ability to be with all the emotions that came my way, from the depths of despair to the pinnacles of hope, love, and even joy. I think some people see me as the poster child for emotional resilience after loss. I wouldn't have chosen that mantle, but I've come to embrace it. This service is an attempt to share what I've learned about and from my emotions. When I learned that the theme for the summer services was You at the Movies, the animated movie Inside Out was the obvious choice to explore this theme. The movie tells the story of 11-year-old Riley, whose world is turned upside down when her family moves from Minnesota to San Francisco. Much of the action takes place in Riley's mind, or headquarters, where joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear run a console that generates Riley's emotional responses to her experiences. Let's watch them in action. For most of Riley's life, joy has taken the lead in creating the core memories that shape her personality. But faced with this new situation, all of Riley's emotions vie for control. On the first day at her new school, Riley starts to cry in front of the class when sadness touches a core memory. Joy tries to keep sadness from touching more of Riley's memories. In the struggle, they are both sucked out of headquarters and sent to long-term memory storage. With joy and sadness gone, Riley's responses are controlled by anger, disgust, and fear. This has disastrous results that alienate Riley from her parents, her friends, and her favorite activities. As joy and sadness wander through the long-term memory bank, they run into Riley's childhood imaginary friend, Bing Bong, who suggests that they can ride the train of thought back to headquarters. When sadness comforts Bing Bong along the way, Joy realizes that sadness plays an important role in Riley's emotional life. In fact, sadness is about to emerge as the hero of the story. When Joy and Sadness finally make it back to headquarters, they learn that anger led Riley to run away from home, and anger's outburst disabled the emotional console, leaving Riley mired in apathy. Much to everyone's surprise, Joy lets Sadness take control. Sadness reactivates the console and floods Riley with emotions that prompt her to return home, where she sobs about missing her life in Minnesota. As Riley's parents comfort her and share their feelings about the move, Joy and Sadness work side by side, creating a new, emotionally nuanced core memory. As the film ends, Riley has adjusted to her new life, and headquarters has an expanded console where all of Riley's emotions can work together, just in time for puberty. Let's take a closer look at emotions. As I said earlier, I believe in the essential worth and dignity of every human feeling. Emotions are an essential part of what makes us human, and they're all important. Now, for practical reasons, the movie depicts just 5 emotions. In reality, we have dozens of them, from deep despair to transcendent love and everything in between. The colors in this graphic are just colors, but the placement of the words reflects the fact that emotions resonate at different frequencies, from low to high, like the keys on a piano. Lower frequency emotions, despair, worthlessness, jealousy, diminish and deplete us, while those in the upper range, optimism, hope, joy, love, create a sense of expansion. We'll return to this idea when we talk about a heart-centered meditation technique a little later. Despite popular belief, there are no good or bad emotions. All authentic emotions serve a purpose, even those we'd rather avoid. For example, anger lets us know that a boundary has been crossed. Fear tells us we need to pay attention to something important. As Rumi says so eloquently in The Guest House, welcome and entertain them all. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Now, most of us have an emotional comfort zone, our go-to emotions that are familiar, even if they aren't pleasant. Emotions outside of our comfort zone are the ones we avoid, dismiss, or judge as bad. As a child, I was sent to my room if I was crying or angry because nobody wants to see that. In the movie, Joy goes to great lengths to keep Riley from feeling sad. Our comfort zone might exclude uplifting emotions that we don't believe we can have. We don't realize that cutting ourselves off from sadness and anger also limits our access to joy and love. But just as in yoga, we need to reach down toward the earth and up to the sky in order to experience the full range of emotions. One way to expand our comfort zone is to cultivate emotional resilience. Simply stated, emotional resilience is the ability to have your emotions so they don't have you. It includes 3 important skills: the ability to name the emotions you're experiencing without judgment, the ability to choose a healthy response to an emotionally charged situation, and the ability to generate expansive emotions whenever you need them. Now, research shows that simply noticing and naming our emotions can bring physical and mental benefits even if we don't express them. In my emotional resilience work with clients, I ask them to name the emotions they have experienced in the past 24 hours without any story or judgment. At first, most people name just a handful of emotions. Over time, their list gets bigger as they pay more attention to what they're feeling, expand the range of emotions they let themselves experience, and begin to notice subtle differences. It's also important to know how to express our emotions in a healthy way. Emotions that are unacknowledged or unexpressed come out sideways, which can hurt others or yourself. I've learned that when I let myself express whatever emotions come up for me, in the safety of my own space or with someone I trust, I experience a powerful sense of relief and renewal, like the fresh air after a thunderstorm. Clearing the decks also puts me in a better place to communicate what I'm feeling, if that's what's needed and appropriate. In a pivotal moment of the movie, Sadness helps Bing Bong accept and express his grief at losing the magic rocket that was his connection to Riley. It's that empathy and not Joy's attempts to put a positive spin on the situation that allows Bing Bong to recover. The scene is a perfect example of emotional resilience in action. The scene of Sadness comforting Bing Bong also demonstrates how the benefits of emotional resilience go beyond our personal well-being. The more we can name and feel our own emotions, the more we can recognize and respond to what others are feeling. Theologian and civil rights leader Howard Thurman, who was a mentor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., put it well when he said, "Our spirit's healing temple is someone else's available and understanding heart." In her book, See No Stranger, Valerie Kaur, founder of the Revolutionary Love Project, put it this way: "You must keep the borders of your heart porous in order to love well. When we are brave enough to sit with our pain, it deepens our ability to sit with the pain of others. It shows us how to love them." We will need understanding hearts and the ability to sit with our pain and the pain of others if we want to create a beloved community within and beyond our congregation. Without deep empathy, our efforts will be hollow. The most powerful component of emotional resilience is the ability to generate expansive emotions at will, regardless of what's happening around you. We do this whenever we recall a wonderful experience, think of someone we love, or imagine something we desire. This ability makes it possible to have your emotions without them having you. And that's the hallmark of emotional resilience. When you're stressed, you can pause, breathe, and flood yourself with a calm or uplifting emotion and respond from that more centered place. The ability to generate expansive emotions is also the foundation of a meditation technique that can improve your well-being and put some muscle into the concept of sending thoughts and prayers. If this sounds a little woo-woo, I would point you to research conducted by the nonprofit Heart Math Institute. They found that when people intentionally generated depleting emotions such as anger, frustration, anxiety, their heart rhythm patterns were irregular and erratic. But when they generated uplifting emotions, their heart rhythms were smooth and coherent. When our heart rhythms are coherent, our body and brain function more efficiently, and our emotions are more stable. It's no wonder uplifting emotions, feel so good. I'd like to share a heart math technique that can help you access these benefits quickly. The process will be familiar to those of you who meditate, but now you can cite the research. It has 3 parts: heart focus, heart breathing, and heart feeling. We'll start with heart focus. If you like, you can close your eyes gently or soften your gaze. Focus your attention on your heart area and breathe a little deeper than normal. In for 5 or 6 seconds. And out 5 or 6 seconds. This brings your heart rhythms into coherence. Now we'll add heart breathing. Imagine your breath flowing in and out through your heart as you breathe slowly. And now we'll add heart feeling. As you continue your heart-focused breathing, recall a time you felt love or appreciation and recreate that experience for yourself. You might think of a special place or the love you feel for a close friend, a relative, a treasured pet. Breathe deeply and let this feeling flow in and out of your heart. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. Take another breath and gently open your eyes. What emotions are present for you now? Are they different from what you noticed when I asked you what you were feeling at the beginning of this sermon? You can use this technique whenever you need to hit the reset button. You can also expand it and really deepen those feelings and wrap yourself, your friends, and the world in waves of healing love. I want to thank Riley's Emotions and Bing Bong for helping us explore what it means to honor the inherent worth and dignity of every human feeling. May we welcome all of our emotions as trusted guides, and may we surrender to them on the journey to authentic, heartfelt living. Amen, and blessed be.
As we prepare for the offering, most of us begin by finding our checkbooks or the giving app on our phones. But this morning, I invite us all to begin instead by searching our hearts. Before we even think of money, let us bring to mind all of our gratitude, all of our love, all of our abundance, all of our hope, all of the gifts of life, and make our offering out to them. There are 3 ways that you can make your financial gift to the congregation. The first is by downloading the Give Plus mobile app from Venko to set up an account. The second way to give is by using your phone to text a message to 833-880-1363. And if the app or texting just don't work for you, the third way to give is by mailing a check directly to the church. All of the information you need for all 3 of these methods is on your screen now and will appear again towards the end of today's service. I hope you will join me in making an offering with gratitude for all of life's gifts and all that UUCSS means to you. The offering will now be given and received with gratitude.
Every
time to sing along.
When your day is night alone.
Hold on.
If you feel like letting
Hold
go.
on.
If you
Think you've had too much
of this life, well, hang on.
'Cause everybody hurts. Take comfort in your friends. Everybody hurts. Don't throw your hand. Don't throw your hand. If it feels like you're alone. No, 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 not alone. If you're on your own in this life, the days and nights are long. When you think you've had too much of this life, to hang on. Well, everybody hurts. Sometimes everybody cries. Everybody hurts. Sometimes everybody hurts. Sometimes. So hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
May the gifts we have given fuel the flame of our commitment, empower us to serve out our mission, and give the life we share the shape of truth, love, and justice. Thank you for being here today. Our church is not the only organization that puts together these services. We are a vibrant community of volunteers and staff, a member of the Unitarian Universalist Association, and a part of the global UU denomination. Visitors are especially welcome to our virtual coffee hour after the service to learn more about us. We give thanks for all of the activities that enrich and enliven our congregational life.
You gotta feel when the Spirit says feel.
You gotta feel when the Spirit says feel. When the Spirit says feel, you gotta feel.
Please join me in the words of chalice extinguishing. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
May we welcome our emotions with gratitude, knowing they are guides from beyond. May we know that everybody hurts and take comfort in our friends. May we have the courage to feel whatever the Spirit says, feel. May we step into the flow and surrender to our feelings as we open our minds, our hearts, and our souls. May we have faith that we are living our resilience one breath at a time. And may we wrap ourselves, each other, and our world in love. Amen, and blessed be.
Well, when I'm feeling lonely in an awful way, I can wrap myself in love. When I don't know how to make it through another day, well, I can wrap myself in love. Ooh, wrapped in love. I wrap myself